State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals, with the top 4 seeds, a time to begin their quest toward the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 7 seed in this playoff, the LSU Tigers, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback. They'll start at the 25. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
To the air, it's Hawkins. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
I really like this call by this offense on second and short. Looking to maybe take a shot downfield. Nobody is open, so instead, he's able to just tuck it, run, and pick up a nice first down.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Sanchez. Makes the ground, but doesn't get much. He's going to be ruled down short of the marker. Offense getting set. It's second down. He hands it to the back. Brought down, but the gain moves the ball all the way to the plus 42.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
And the Sooners pick up enough yardage for a first down. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
Well, heck, if they hadn't dug themselves such a big hole, what a positive play here, using that jet motion and that touch pass to pick up some huge yards and giving them a chance anyway of trying to come up with a first down.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
Tries the right with a quick throw. Oh, and he misfires just beyond the receiver's grasp. So second down after the incompletion. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Picks up about 3 yards there, but it's going to be 4th down. The decision is not to go for it on 4th down. Here comes the field goal team. This will be a 37-yard attempt. pick is up and no good. And with that miss, the score will stay right where it is.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown, at the very least 3 points, but instead he shanks it.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. After the first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 17. And the back now goes in motion. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Throws it to the right. A little bit too much air on that throw by the junior quarterback.
You know, the outcut is a routine throw, but it really illustrates how much time the quarterback and receiver have worked on this route. Because the more you work on it, you could close your eyes and make this throw. But it's not easy if you don't put a lot of reps in.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Lets it go quickly. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. It's a short return to make the tackle at 25. But what a play for this defense. Sooners offense is back out on the field. They need something out of this possession. The last time they settled for a field goal attempt, but then they missed it.
All right, yeah, I just did it to see if you was gonna expose yourself, nigga. Knowing when I'm gonna run, ain't gonna hit. I know that shit too.
Now it's 2nd down here. Looking to pass. It's Hawkins. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. Tackled after a short return to the 19, but a huge takeaway in the red zone.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
Here's the first play of the drive now to begin at the 19. On the run, it's Davis. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Chris, textbook job by the defense, surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Fires it to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Quick completion to the tight end. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
Well, it's great to see this quarterback from LSU make that throw and put it right on the money to pick up that first down. And I think that's the big thing that LSU fans want to see is consistency from the quarterback position. There have been moments where you've seen that. There have been other moments where they've been asking for more out of their quarterback. So you had the Burrow moment in 2019 that was historic, one of the best we've ever seen in the sport. But now you want to see throws like this. It'd be a great compliment to that running game. And then you become a complete package and a real threat in the SEC.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Caught over the middle. It's Davis. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Really good defenses put an emphasis on winning the early downs. That means holding your own on 1st and 2nd down. So you force the offense to consistently have to try on 3rd and long. That's exactly what's happened here in this series.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. The pass rush closing in. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. Third down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
Oh, and it lands at the 4 and bounces in for a touchback. The Sooners offense is back on the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Over the middle and incomplete.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
After the second down incompletion, they'll have to convert here on third down and 8. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play, brings up a 4th down.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big 4th down coming up.
Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? They start the drive with a quick throw to the left side. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On third down, he drops to throw. Short pass finds the tight end. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
He'll throw it now. Caught near the sideline. It's Sampson. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Back to throw again. Pressure is coming. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
Second and long for this offense after the sack. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. That's reeled in. It's Sampson. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
They're able to get a short gain to make this third down a little bit more manageable. But it is third and long. So this offensive line's got to be ready, do a good job of communicating, pick up any potential blitzes here on third and long.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Catch made inside the 10. Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be first and goal right there.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Well, they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes it 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. Last time was a quick 3-and-out. Can they get a drive going this time? He's escaping the pocket now. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Well, that's the one thing about a guy that always feels that he can rely on his legs. He's always trying to make a play, and this time he just wasn't able to get away from the defense, and that is a big loss for the offense.
Hit as he released it, and he's got it. That gain is good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42. The Sooners looking to use the up-tempo offense here.
Another Oklahoma receiver making a big-time play for this offense. Man, it just seems like over the years, so many big-time, dynamic receivers have come to Norman. Integral piece of this offense, and they get you the yards you need.
This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. It's Hawkins. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And that one is over everyone's head beyond the end zone and incomplete.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
So off the incompletion, it sets up a 3rd down and 3. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They bring him down, but not before he gains 1st down yardage.
And to me, Chris, with this offense, it's almost an extension of their running game. You put the receiver out in motion, you flip the ball out to him, out to the outside, let him do what he does best, which is use his instincts, and he picks up a 1st down.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. The junior trying to take a shot, but overthrows his man.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over, and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
And that one is no good. And after the miss, still down by 7.
Now that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. And now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete. Second down play coming up. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. They tackle him, but not before he makes the 45. A solid game.
Chris, is it possible to be DBU and wide receiver U at the same time? I think the LSU fans think it's possible. They always seem to have great defensive backs, and they always have pass catchers that just show up and show out week after week, year after year.
Oh, and he dropped it. Very uncharacteristic play by this wide receiver. Second down.
Well, that's everything you want to see from an offense. Great execution. The line gave the quarterback time. Quarterback makes a great read, throws it to his guy, and the receiver drops it. Now he's going to have to shake that off and get ready to make that next play.
With the catch, it's Watkins. Breaking free at the 35. Finally brought down at the 7. Sets up a first and goal here.
Boy, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. It is going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack. We've reached the 2-minute warning. We'll have to see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. This will be a challenge now. Second and goal back at the 13. From the shotgun, drops back. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Took contact on the throw. The pass is intercepted. Not much on the return, but they create the turnover.
Chris, he's trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield. But the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that to make that interception.
Looking to throw it on first down. He's going to take off here. Finding space at the 20. And he will make the first down. Tackled at the 26. The Sooners will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. And looking to throw now on first down. Defense is coming after him. Catch is made down the middle. They finally make the tackle, but the big game moves the ball across midfield to the 47. And the wideout goes in motion. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Scanning the field. It's Hawkins. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Breaking free at the 35. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle. And the Sooners will line up on first and 10. Looking to throw it from the red zone. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. Defense drops him for a loss. Tougher second down on the way.
Man, the defense was all over that play. Just left him almost no room to work after catching the ball.
They look to throw it here on second down. Trying to extend the play. Looking to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That ball just seemed to sail on it. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long. And the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Fires it to the wideout. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Going the other way. Can they stop him? Fighting off the tackler. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Wow, what a play by this defense to come up with the interception and a big return. They almost take it to the house, but you got to give the quarterback some credit. Yeah, he threw a pick, but he didn't give up on the play and hang his head. Instead, he makes the tackle to prevent the defense from scoring.
Looking to scramble. On the move, looking deep, and it's incomplete. Just 10 seconds remaining now.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. It's incomplete. A dangerous pass there, almost picked off in the end zone.
Well, this defense has this quarterback rattled. An interception the last series, he almost threw another one.
So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. And he's got it from 49 yards out. What a powerful kick. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Sooners will kick it off to begin the second half. Bringing it out, it's Simmons. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. Trying to build in a positive first half for this offense. Let's see if they can stretch the lead. There's some urgency on the part of the defense to stop the bleeding here. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
And you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Quarterback escapes the pocket. He lets it go on the move, looking deep. Oh, nothing but green grass ahead. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The offense really clicking against this embattled defense. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Running out of time in the pocket. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. Not a big return, but the pick ends the scoring threat. The offense will now take over at the 30. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And here's the handoff. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Christine, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Tailback with another carry. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the 3rd quarter. To throw, it's Hawkins. Quick throw to his receiver. And he's got his man open downfield. The tackle is made very near midfield. Good enough for a first down. The Sooners come to the line to set a fresh set of downs. First down. Looking to throw the football. Catch made along the sideline, but he's short of the sticks. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
They're going to throw for it on third and short. Looking for his big tight end. Grab down the middle. It's Mitchell. Brought down to the 27. It's a first down. This offense really threatening now.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
He's got enough for the first down and still going. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. More than enough to pick up a first down.
Nice job of this defense taking away the primary receiver, even a second and third option. But the quarterback's legs are the difference. They almost kept him short, but instead, he gets that first down.
Minimal gain brought down short of the marker. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. A quick throw out left, complete. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball down to the 4.
When you throw an out route against man coverage, man, it puts a premium on a receiver who can set up the defensive back to be able to still have room to get to the outside and be timed up with a quarterback. That was great execution.
And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
These are the type of plays that are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him tied up. They thought they were going to be able to get him to the ground on the pass rush, but they're unable to do so. So he gets away, picks up a big first down, and now this sets up a first and goal inside the 10.
He's picked for a third time tonight. It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
No press coverage. The DB's backing up now. That's caught. It's Turner. He'll go down there after picking up a few yards. Not going to be enough for the first. Third down upcoming after that completion. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They keep the drive going. It's a first down to the 46.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. A nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead, you keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, LSU.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, it makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And now here comes the point after attempt. The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Oklahoma offense is back on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Back to throw. It's Hawkins. And he lobs it deep down the middle. The catch is made for a huge pickup. An explosive play. Big gain across midfield to the 42. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, that's going to cost you.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Caught near the goal line. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Just ran away from the defense. See if they can convert the point after all. PAT up and good to get a little bit closer. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Simmons. Well, he's got a crease here. Look out. And he steps out of bounds, but that's an excellent return to set up the offense in good position. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Lets it go. Easy throw to a wide open receiver downfield. They bring him down, but a big chunky yardage on the play.
It was a great completion here. Quarterback puts this ball on the money. And when you talk about LSU and to talk about the history, it's easy to bring up Joe Burrow in 2019. But, Chris, you've been following this as long as I have. You know that when LSU's...
Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
Well, they're making this offensive line really think and communicate. Bringing different blitzes. This time the outside linebacker gets to the quarterback and comes up with a big sack for the D.
From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. In the clear at the 25. And the defense wraps him up. LSU now operating in the red zone. Receiver in motion now. Play action fake, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. He pulls it in for a big gain. He makes the tackle, but he gains enough to make the first down in what should be the last play of the third quarter. Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up first and goal. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Caught in the backfield. It's Davis. But the play loses yardage. Very tough second down coming up now. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. Looking for 6. And it's incomplete, very near the goal line.
Well, they're snapping the ball near the goal line, but the defense does a good job of thinking, hey, guys, let's force the incompletion. Force them into going for 3, and let's not give up 6. They did their job there.
And they cut into this lead now on 3rd and goal. Pass is incomplete, but there's a penalty marker down. Might be roughing the quarterback. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. So the offense flexing here and stretching their lead here in the second half.
Now that touchdown gives you a little bit more breathing room, but now it's up to your own defense to help preserve that lead so you can go back out and build onto it in the second half.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the Sooners offense is back out on the field. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Linebacker shifting around now. Back to pass. It's Hawkins. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Down.
On the double. Slide 22.
Takes the ball and heads to the left side. And he's stopped again. They've had patience with the ground game, but just nowhere to run tonight. That's been a big theme.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
A tough situation for the offense. 3rd and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. He's running out of time here. And he'll send this one to the right side after a lot of time in the pocket. And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight. And he's got some open field ahead at the 20. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Wow, what a play of defense.